Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my nightmare.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Come and play with us, Daddy.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Fear Freaks podcast. My name's Braden.
I'm Destiny.
And we are the Fear Freaks. Got a very, very fun episode tonight. I'm very, very excited to be talking about this. Jurassic Park. So this movie means a ton to me. Grew up with this movie. Literally, I told a story last week on last week's episode about how I used to freaking run around as a kid as a dinosaur throughout my house. My parents have some pretty embarrassing videos of me. I was not able to compile those for tonight. I'm sorry. So, I know, Destiny, I see the eyes rolling, but, I'm hoping to get those compiled for at least one of them. So, we've got 5 movies to talk about, all right? 5 of them. No, 6, because the 6th one comes out in June. So this is the road to Jurassic World Dominion. So we're going to be talking about one every other week now leading up to that film. We're going to be reviewing that film when it comes out. And, I'll get into why this classifies as a horror movie throughout the course of the episode, because this movie's fucking thrilling. Like, I was like watching it and my hands were sweating. Like, I forgot how thrilling this movie is. So Destiny, this is the first time watch for you. So tell me, what did you think about Jurassic Park?
I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Sorry. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. I gave it like 4.5 out of 5, It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed pretty much every second of it. I thought the editing of the movie was fantastic because there's so much jokes with the editing, and I absolutely loved it. I thought that's probably like one of my favorite moments, because as I've watched more movies, I'm able to like really like realize what those are now and the way it's like set up and stuff. So I really like that. I thought that was a lot of fun. The score, of course, is great. The movie, of course, is great. Jurassic Park is talked about for a reason. Someone on Twitter, I posted about this, me watching this for the first time on Twitter. Someone said, DM me and let me know if it's good. I was like, no, I'm not going to DM you. No. It's Jurassic Park. I don't need to tell you that it's good. So I went into this movie expecting I was going to like it, which of course I did. I am a huge Jaws fan, so I was really excited to, more Steven Spielberg. So why haven't I seen this already? I don't fucking know. Because I was watching Jaws. That's probably my answer. Because I was too busy watching Jaws to watch Jurassic Park. And it was never on my TV. I never saw it playing on my TV. No one in my family ever talked about Jurassic Park. We never had the DVD for it. This is like one of those movies. It's like one of those classic movies that I'm like, why didn't my family watch this growing up? They just didn't. So I really liked it. I'm glad I finally watched it. And I'm excited to watch the rest of them. I think I'll hopefully like the rest of them.
Yeah. This obviously is a movie franchise like a lot of films are in the world. But I do think that this is one of those franchises like where it does have ups and downs. And honestly, like, I feel like I kind of like we've done this show now since December. Like it's been like 4 months since like we've started this show, and which is crazy. And what do you call it? Like, I feel like I like kind of know like your tastes like with movies, and I think that like even like Jurassic Park 3, which I find as just like okay. Like Jurassic Park 3 is the first Jurassic Park I ever saw in the movie theater. So that one is always going to have like, a very special place to me. But like even like rewatching it, I'm like, you know what, it's okay. But like I can see you maybe enjoying it more than like, the average fan that just might think that it's blah or whatever. But Jurassic Park 3 I think is great, and I even like The Lost World a lot, which is like obviously going to be our second one that we talk about in a few weeks from now. But Jurassic Park is one of those films. Like, so my granddad got me into Jurassic Park. Like, he bought me all these movies like when I was a kid. He is for sure why I love movies so much. Like, he got me Twister, he got me Jaws, and those were 2 movies I just had on repeat in my household growing up. And I remember it's like when they came in like those big cassette boxes. Like, you know, I was at Target one day and like Jaws and Twister were like back to back next to each other, and I had a huge obsession with Twister too. So like I got both of those, and then he told me about a movie called Jurassic Park. He knew that Jurassic Park 3 was coming out, and he was like, you know what, Braden, if you like Jaws, you know what, we're going to shift away from the ocean creature, and we're going to talk about some of the creatures that used to be on land. Obviously that being the dinosaurs. So we sat down, we watched Jurassic Park, and I think my eyes must have been glued to the fucking screen for the duration of the entire movie. Like, I mean, the opening sequence alone, I think I was kind of scared at first, like, you know, because I was like, what the fuck's going, like with the raptor and everything, like, you know, it obviously opens on Isla Nublar, where they are trying to contain a velociraptor. And it's just frightening, honestly. It's like, you don't really see the creature, and you really don't see the raptors until like the finale of the movie. Like, there are discussions of velociraptors, and then it's like when you see them, you're just like, holy shit. Like, they're doing everything that is described, that the characters pretty much describe them doing throughout the course of the movie. And we're gonna get to that. But I mean, yeah, this movie is a classic. If you're a film lover, I mean, it's a highly recommended film, and it's one of those movies where it's now involved in the Library of Congress, kind of like The Shining is. I think it just got inducted. Where's my notes here? In 2018, it was selected by the United States, National Film Registry, by the Library of Congress. So it's now in as one of the most influential films ever. And I mean, I'm shocked that, I mean, not shocked because it's coming up on what, 30 years old next, no, 40, no, on 03, 13, 30. Yeah, it's coming up on its 30-year anniversary next year. I couldn't do it. I'm horrible at math, people. So, you know, like,
Couldn't tell.
huh?
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, I know, that was just embarrassing, right? It's like, Braden, it's clearly 30. Like, you know. But yeah, I mean, like this movie is just, it's a classic, and there's so much that I can talk about, you know, with it, that I'm just excited to be here. I'm giddy. This is one of those episodes where I'm just giddy. Like, I'm just so excited because I want to jump around and talk about like everything that we can squeeze into this episode. I'm really excited. But from a script standpoint, Destiny, what'd you think of it from, like, you know, a script and a story standpoint? Like, I mean, I just think that it's fucking amazing story wise.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool because, like, going in, I wasn't sure. I knew there had to be, like, a bad guy because there's always a bad guy in these sort of
Hi, Zach.
movies. That's not whatever creature we're talking about. There's always a human bad guy. So I was just like, oh, I was thinking it was going to be the grandpa. Just because the way he was acting about everything, and he was, like, so, like, overzealous about, like, the dinosaurs, but it didn't seem like he cared so much about the rest, besides the fact that they had dinosaurs and they're opening this park. So I was like, oh, I bet he's a bad guy, but it wasn't. It was the guy that is in SNL. That's where I recognized him from, right? He's in SNL.
Who? Which one?
The guy. Hold on, I wrote his name down. Oh shit, which one is he? I wrote their names down, but now I'm realizing I don't know who's who.
Oh, Dennis.
Dennis.
What's the
Dennis.
guy
Yeah,
with the guy with the glasses?
yeah, that gets killed in the Jeep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure he's in SNL. Um, but he turned out to be more of like the bad guy, and I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. But I like that whole scene. There's a lot of great like sort of chase scenes or like suspenseful scenes in this movie. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, do you think Scream 2 with Gale and Ghostface? Do you think that's like kind of inspired by the scene with the two kids in the kitchen?
You know, I don't know, but I
I
mean,
feel like it's
I
kind
can
of similar, right?
I can maybe see it, but I mean, this is like, I mean, this scene, I know the Velociraptor scene in the kitchen is like top 5 suspenseful moments. Like, I mean, my hands were sweating today when I was just like rewatching it, like getting ready. Like, I even took a picture and I sent it to you. Like, I was just like, yo, like, were you just like on the edge like during the scene? Because it's like,
Yeah.
it's a scary ass fucking scene. Like, I mean, and I love like the dialogue and like the way that the scenes kind of like thread together. It was like, what do you call it? Ellie was just talking about how, like, if velociraptors like learn to open doors, like, and then it cuts to like the
That's cute.
velociraptor.
Opens door. I was like,
Literally.
yes, that's what I love. There's so
Yeah.
much. There's a lot of scenes like that where like the editing, like going back and forth, is great. Whenever she's trying to get the power back on, but they're climbing down the fucking fence that is like an electric fence, and so you have that happening, and I love it. It was like the one, two, shoots off because the whole time you're like, oh my god, no, stop, don't do it. She doesn't know that. She's just trying to help everyone. And I was like, holy shit, that was a great scene. I already knew going in about the kitchen scene, but I still thought it was great. The
Hmm.
layout, the blocking, everything about it was freaking great. I love that. I knew about the scene with the guy that gets eaten off of the toilet when he's sitting there. I knew
Hmm.
that was coming, which I still thought was great. You know what I thought? I thought, which Jeff Goldblum, he does have like a pretty like good part in this. I thought he was going to be the main character though, just because usually if I see Jurassic Park, it's always with Jeff Goldblum. I thought he was going to be like the main character, and he wasn't. So I was like, oh, interesting. I didn't know Samuel L. Jackson was in this, so that was
Hmm.
really fun to see him. Again, the other guy that I mentioned, Dennis, I didn't know he was in this. Even though I see the kill counts for all of the Jurassic Park movies, but I've only seen them like once because I'm trying to forget about them. Because like I wanted to watch the video, but I do want to watch these movies, so I've only seen those like once because it just wasn't that interesting in, like rewatching them. So I've already seen the kill counts for all these, but I don't remember a lot. But those were a few things that I did remember seeing. And I see those specific scenes talked about so much just throughout like pop culture. And I know there's been so many movies where I've seen the kill counts for where he's like, that's the scene from Jurassic Park, basically. Just like, oh, now I can see it. Even with Scream 2, maybe it's not, but the whole layout of it, it feels like it is. And that was just something I thought of as we were talking. But yeah, the story, great. The ending was great. The practical effects, the effects of the dinosaurs, not all of it is, it's not all, what's it called?
Not all
You know,
aging
it's pretty
like very
dated.
well.
Some of it's dated, not all of it. Just like Jaws, I think Jaws for the most part looks great. Some of it doesn't look the best. It doesn't look as good as it probably did back then. But I think that also adds like a certain charm to the movie. I kind of like when movies don't have the best like CGI
Hmm.
with those kind of effects. Not like today. I feel like today the bad CGI is just bad. But like early like 80s and 90s CGI, it's just so charming for the times. So I still loved it even when it didn't look the best. I was like, "Oh, it's cute. It's so
Hmm.
cute." And some of it actually made me sad. They killed that freaking goat. They killed that freaking cow. Even though you don't see the cow, you just see the trees and like all the
Hmm.
like shit moving. But you do get to see a good portion of the goat getting eaten, which
Yeah.
that was sad. And when the other dinosaurs were getting killed by the T Rex, I was like, dang, why? I don't want to be sad. Maybe that's why I didn't want to watch these movies because I know animals die.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean, like,
I'm
yeah,
really
that the
emotional.
and that's honestly, I love the suspense that Spielberg builds with this movie. Like, I mean, he's
Mhm.
very good at what he does. I mean, it's fucking Steven Spielberg. He's good at like directing. I will say there's never a weak part of direction with Steven Spielberg movies. I think that every camera angle is always very well crafted, and I think that this is no exception. Like, I mean, Steven Spielberg, I mean, so fun fact, this movie was actually, it had movie rights before the book was even published. So Steven Spielberg jumped on this because
Yeah.
he saw something that this is special. And so he went to Michael Crichton, I believe that's how you say the author's name. Um and he was talking to him about going about doing this movie. And Crichton had he actually also wrote the screenplay. He was a co-writer on the screenplay,
Mhm.
which is honestly awesome to know that like the author of the book had some sway in the screenplay for the film also, which is honestly why I think that this movie is so good. I've never read the book. I want to read the book. This is like on my list of books to read, kind of like Jaws is.
Oh,
But I know that you've said your words about the Jaws book and how you started it and couldn't finish it because the
I'm
characters are so unlikable.
I'm gonna finish that book. I already picked it back up to read it because I'm trying to finish all the books that I own before I continue to buy more. Because like I feel like that makes it. Except for it, I'm not gonna read it right now. There's just no way. I'm trying to read Jaws, but just like Brody knows what's up. He knows Ellen and Hooper did something, and it's
Yeah.
upsetting.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, anyways, it's just yeah,
Yeah.
it's something.
Well, either way, I do want to read that. I also really want to read this book. But I mean, this movie is just full of likable characters. Like, I mean, Alan Grant. I mean, even John Hammond's introduction. You've got Dr. Ellie Sattler. Like, I mean, like it literally is just filled with, great performances. So, like, and especially with like the two, I love how Alan Grant he has so many different character arcs throughout the course of this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's the one where he discovers, he's like super obsessed with dinosaurs and his research. And then when he actually comes face to face with these dinosaurs, there's that moment when he's sitting on the tree with the kids and he looks at the velociraptor claw that he's carried around and he throws it. Like, he recognizes that, he might really not like these creatures as much as he thought he did after he's been studying his entire life. And then he's got the scene, or even in the beginning, we find out right off the bat that he doesn't like kids. And then he gets stranded, the poor guy, throughout it's like the middle half of the movie where the kids are attacked by the Tyrannosaurus, and which, holy fuck, talk about a pulse pounding scene. Like, I mean,
Dude, these kids went through some shit in this movie, and I was
yeah,
kind of surprised by like how much they really have to go through. I was like, damn, that car got fucking flipped, then put into a tree. That's pretty crazy. That poor boy too. I feel like the boy gets the worst out of the brother and sister.
oh my
He gets
god, yeah,
some shit done to him, and he's so little. I was like,
yeah,
oh, leave this kid
yeah,
alone.
yeah, freaking little Timmy. Like, I mean, like,
You know who looks a lot like him? The boy from Lights Out and from Child's Play, the remake. The
mm-hmm.
main boy. I feel like he looks just like that kid. I was like watching. I was like, oh my god, he looks just like him in Lights Out. Because in Lights Out, he was the youngest.
Yeah, you're like, I wonder if they're related, like, but I can
And
definitely see.
just alike.
I can definitely see what you mean. But I mean, yeah, he does go through some shit. Like, I mean, shit, his leg even gets stuck, like in like the seat, like, cause he couldn't get out. Like,
And that's fucking a car on his feet.
hmm yeah. And it's just like, too, like when they decide to, now, I mean, they don't know, like, I mean, Lex doesn't know that, turning on a flashlight is going to be what triggers the T-Rex to turn around and go to the car. But like, it's like you get the researchers in the one car, and we're hearing their dialogue, and they're like, turn the light off, like just turn it off. And then like the T-Rex turns around, goes to that car, and then it just like really has a fucking field day. Like, I always used to think that was like, when I was a kid, I don't know why, I always used to think it was like mud hanging off of like the T-Rex's like jaw, but it was the tire that he was like picking at.
Oh
I
yeah.
will say that's one of the dinosaurs that has really, really good visual effects. I mean, like now, did you watch it on the regular DVD, or did you watch like it on just regular DVD, or?
I have the Blu-ray for it. It's this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it through HBO Max today, and I mean it's like all rendered into like the highest definition and stuff. And I mean, yeah, the effects, like most of them, I will say, like, really, really do hold up. But there are some scenes, like, I mean, that I was like watching, like where they see the Brachiosaurus for the first time, the veggie one, like when, like, that's the first time that Alan Grant ever sees a live dinosaur, and it's like when the truck stops. And I gotta pause here for a second. I gotta just talk about John Williams, otherwise I know I'm gonna fucking forget to mention it. John Williams' score throughout the course of this movie is fucking magnificent. It's one of his best, like, I mean, I don't even know what to call John Williams' best score, because I mean, he's fucking done Jaws, this, Star Wars. Like, I mean, he's just got a fucking cascade number of films that he's done. And I mean, but this is obviously of like the few that I've just mentioned. I mean, those are three of his most iconic scores right there. His most iconic might be Star Wars, but I still think that this.
Star Wars?
I think so. I just think that Star Wars has, like, if you talk to people, literally, like, you know, Star Wars just has the biggest fan base, I think, out of all of them.
Okay, that is true, but I'm gonna argue Jaws, just because I think that music is so synonymous with shark movies themselves. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I feel like even if you haven't seen Jaws, you still know the you still know that
Yeah.
because it's referenced in so many movies. I
Yeah.
feel like, I mean, obviously Star Wars is fucking huge,
Yeah.
but I think that just because you can use that in so many other shark movies, I guess, like it's even in shark games. Like my boyfriend plays a shark game and it has similar sounding Jaws music to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, like, that's what I mean, but like, it's so hard to determine, I guess, like, which one, because I feel like that this is a theme song that you fucking hear also, and you just know where it's from. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be completely uncultured, I feel like, to not know where this fucking theme music is from. Or, I mean, like, you fucking go to either Universal Hollywood or Universal Florida, and it fucking plays, like, as you're walking into Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. I mean, like, I just feel like you have to be so uncultured to not fucking dogs. I just feel like you have to be like so uncultured to not know, like, you know, like Star Wars theme, the Jurassic theme, or the Jaws theme. And like those are just some of like the most, and I mean no disrespect to anybody who might be that uncultured, or if you know people that are that uncultured, but I just think that, you know, this is just one of those themes like where you know it from just listening to it. Like you can pinpoint where it's from.
Like
So,
you don't even have to see the movies to know what it's from. Like I knew the music. Like I've been doing it every time we talk about Jurassic Park. I know it's where it's from, even though I hadn't seen the movie. But it's also like again, you watch so many shows and it is used. Like a variation is used. Like fucking I've never seen Star Wars, but I've fucking seen the Star Wars Family Guy episodes. And they do, you know, similar
mhm.
shit for it. Like, Star Wars Family Guy. So
Yeah.
even if you haven't seen the movies, it's just been referenced so many places, so many movies, sitcoms, shows like that. You know,
Hmm.
it it's everywhere. Which I understand why. It's pretty fucking influential. So
Yeah.
gonna have
And I mean, just like there are just so many different like themes throughout the, like, I mean, this is just like a soundtrack that like I just have downloaded and I'll occasionally just like put it on just because, like, when I'm like, every time I write something, like if I need some sort of like, you know, just music on, or just like I consider all of like movie soundtracks like that are non-lyrical, I feel like that it's just more what do you call it, just like classical, like I just kind of like put it on in the background just to have on. But I mean, like, this is like the score is just so fucking beautiful. Like, I mean, like you could just like listen to it and just, you know, I don't know, get it immersed into that Jurassic Park, you know, atmosphere or the world. And like the first time we actually hear like the main theme is like when they're on the helicopter. And I love like the introduction of John Hammond, like when the helicopter comes down and Grant is like, you know, turn it off, like cover up all their research that they're doing. And he like, you know, runs up to the trailer. And then he goes, "Who the hell are you?" John Hammond turns around and he just like pops the champagne. Like I just like love that introduction. And he goes, "Hey, we were saving that for today. I guarantee it." Like, you know, it's just like just how excited he is about it. And it's like, you know, like, yeah, part of you, like when you listen to, I can see where you would think that he might be like, you know, the bad guy. And there's even that conversation. There are so many dialogue scenes in this movie that honestly just really fucking, like, you just have to listen to. And that's something that I just feel like that so many people today just can't do. They just can't sit down and listen to a scene with people talking at a table when that's what you fucking do at a play. Like, then why do you go to Broadway when it's more talking at a play than anything, like, you know? But like, the scene where they're going through the DNA of the dinosaur, Mr. DNA, when he pops out, and I fucking love the way that he says dinosaur.
Yeah, because so James from Dead Meat, anytime he says dinosaur, he says it that way. And then the first time I heard him say it, I was like, that's exactly why.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this guy. Yeah.
Yep. Yep,
Yeah.
I love the way that he did. Like every time he says dinosaur, I just love it. Like, and I tried to say it like that and I got made fun of by my family all the time growing up because like I would always try and say it like that, like Mr. DNA and everything. So, I mean, it's just like that scene, like when they go through the how they were able to extract the blood from the mosquitoes that even sucked dino blood 65 million years ago. Like that's obviously giving us how these scientists were able to do it. And then it's really the reason that they are there is all to give more of an opinion as to whether or not they should endorse the park. And, like at first everything seems all great and grand. And, like after Dr. Grant sees the dinosaur for the first time and like he's just in awe and he can't fucking believe it. And, it all seems like it's a great idea. And then, like they're going through everything. And then there's that scene. It's like from there they go to the raptor precinct, and that's like where they see the cow get eaten. And this is what we were talking about earlier, you don't see the cow, but like you see just the bushes moving and you just see their reactions, like they're just like looking like through like at that. I mean, I don't even know what I would do. Like I don't even know how I would like react to like watching a fucking velociraptor just tear the fuck out of a cow. Like
No, not at all.
I mean, I know that you're not a meat person at all. So, I mean, it's just like, I don't even know if you'd be able to watch it. Like,
No, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've, no, because literally one time, so this was like 9 p.m. My boyfriend and I, we went to IHOP, and as I'm walking out, we looked down and we're like, what is that on our porch? And it was a little snake wrapped around like a gecko. And I was staring at it. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Because I don't want this gecko to die because this freaking asshole snake. So I got my freaking shoe. I ran inside. I got my shoe, and I fucking was right next to that snake banging at it until it unraveled itself and let the gecko go. And then my boyfriend said it was a girl boss moment, and I felt pretty proud because I don't like snakes. I don't fuck with snakes, but in that moment, I was like, that little gecko was my baby, and
yeah,
I was protecting it.
see,
So I couldn't handle anything like
if
that.
that was a spider with a gecko in its mouth, the gecko's getting killed. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not fucking with a spider. Like, I mean, I might fuck with a snake. A spider's a completely different damn story. Like, if it's like a tarantula, like you should fucking see. So last October, Abby was showing me a picture of a tarantula that got in her mom's house in Arizona. And she was like, yeah, like my brother and I, we had people at my mom's house. We were just, carving pumpkins and everything. This is in October. I'm like, they're still around in October. And I guess if there's a month for them to be around, I guess it is October, right?
Okay.
But yeah, like apparently there was a giant ass tarantula on her mom's porch, and like they went to go get something to move it. And this is the worst part what's the worst part about a spider? What's the worst part about it? When you leave and you come back and it's not there anymore. And it's like you just zoom in and it's like there's the fear in your face. You're just like, oh my God. And later on, it was in her fucking house. It was in a corner in her house. It must have been like this fucking big and like this fucking thick. Like I'm just like, yeah, no.
Oh my God. You know what? That reminds me. I didn't get to see the spider, but it wasn't, it was yesterday. My boyfriend went to go get his mom's trash, like the trash can, and he said he saw the biggest spider he's ever seen in his life. He said the butt, the butt of the spider
Yeah, I know the butt of a
was
spider.
was this big. He said the butt was that big, and he killed it. He had to squash it, and then he looked around to make sure there weren't any more. And when we got home, he was inside the house looking out. He said I could still see where I killed that spider because it was so fucking big. He said it was so like there's so much like wetness from it. like, that's disgusting. Today at work, I was cleaning outside, like all the signs at work, and I look and there's a sack, a little sack, and I get closer to it because I'm thinking there's pollen all in the web. No, it was like 50 little tiny, tiny ass spiders.
Nope.
Little babies. Yeah, I was
Nope.
just like, huh, interesting.
Nope. I don't mess with spiders. I don't do it. Honestly, I've seen what Australia is like. Unfortunately, Australia, I don't think I'm ever going to be visiting you. So anybody that lives in Australia, I'm sorry. I will never be out there because your guys' spiders are just too damn big. Get smaller spiders and maybe I'll fucking come out there.
Get smaller spiders.
But I
I
mean,
would love to go to Australia though for the beaches. I, but I also hear that, well, I hear there's a lot of shark attacks, and I want to go. Not to get in the water, just to look.
yeah, well,
I just want to go sit at the beach.
I mean, Sydney, I've heard is beautiful, but I mean, it's just like I've seen images of Sydney online. I think I've seen it at Finding
I've seen
Nemo.
Finding
I've
Nemo.
seen Sydney
Yes.
and Finding Nemo. I know how pretty it is. It looks gorgeous. I'm sure it is gorgeous.
They captured it to a T.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to pass docking in Sydney due to. I mean, maybe if I stay around the beach, like maybe if I cruised and it like went to Sydney, Australia, or something like that. And like we docked, I can get off. I can see it. I can see the beach. I can see the nice area. Cannot catch me anywhere near forests in Australia.
No.
You can't catch me anywhere near the woods in Australia because let me tell you, I've seen those TikToks. I've seen what they fucking look like, and it's just not happening. It's not in the card. You got a better chance of me approaching one of these dinosaurs in Jurassic Park than me fucking going up to a goddamn spider. Because I mean, like that's basically it. I will walk up to a dinosaur and I will touch it. Depending on the dinosaur, of course. Like if it's caged, I'll get close to the glass. I won't even get close to a spider glass. You can't pay me enough to get like every time we're at the zoo. Like I mean, like I'll like be approaching and I'm just like like looking and like I'm just like sitting there. I'm like bend. I bend in like 5 feet away. I'm like, okay, it's there. I see it. If I turn around, it's gone. We're gonna have like someone call 911 because I'm not moving.
You would hate my house because we have a lot of spiders. Because I live right next to the woods.
And this is what I'm not visiting until you guys move. Then like thank you for telling me. I will not be visiting your area until you move in an area that is not as spider.
Yeah, there's literally like I told you so many stories about the spiders being on me. It's not good.
Nope.
I don't like it.
Nope. Look at that, people.
Usually, for the most part, they're small. The worst is I've gone to wash dishes and there's been a spider in my sink, like underneath a dish.
That did happen to me at my old house, and I freaked out. Like I literally, I lifted up a dish, a spider was sitting in the sink, and I threw the plate down at it.
One time I went to go wash dishes, and I looked down and I jumped back because I thought it was a spider. It was it was my fake lashes. I don't know how it happened, but they were on my fucking dishes in my sink on like a cookie sheet. And I was like, what? But I fucking jumped so high because I thought it was like a freaking bushy ass spider. It was just fake lashes.
Yeah, see, I can't be doing that. Like, I just that's not like no. I mean, there was one time I was running at the house, like at my old house, I was running on my treadmill. I forgot my contacts and my glasses. Like I'm downstairs, I'm blind, and I didn't hit me. Luckily, I was in my house. And I was like, literally, I got on my treadmill. Like, I can't see anything. Like, I'm blind as shit when I don't have my goddamn glasses or contacts in. So I'm like, I'm just going to fucking run. Like, I was like leaning in on the treadmill, like typing in everything. And then I looked in the corner of my eye and I saw just a big black dot sitting in the corner in the basement. And I had my phone, I had my headphones in, I had to pause my music. If there's a spider in the area, I got to pause my music. I can't do it. I need to know. Because what if they can fucking talk now? Like, what if it's saying some shit to me? Like, this is where my brain goes. Like, yeah, like, what do you call it? So I take my phone, I zoom in on it, and I can see it. I see the fucking legs. I could see it on my phone and everything. And I had to stop my workout. I paused it. This is a 911 emergency. This is like, I had to shut down everything. I stopped. I ran upstairs. I grabbed my sandal. I came downstairs. I got the Mission Impossible theme playing, like, as I'm coming around the corner, and I like peeked my head around to make sure it was still there. It was. And I said, Braden, you got one shot, because if you fucking miss it, it's gonna start crawling all over the place, and you're gonna have to try and catch it. I fucking like went all the way around the corner and fucking smacked it as hard as I can, and I pushed down on it just to make sure. I didn't see any movement, so I lifted it up, and it was splatted on the bottom of my shoe. I was like, nice. So, but I did it. I was proud. It was a proud moment. But anyway, that was this is our first time in a week and a half that we've gotten sidetracked. We're talking about spiders, but anyway, here, let's catch up here with some of these comments. The Boogeyman, Braden, will you watch my fan film of Halloween Ends? Yeah, buddy, I'll check that out for sure. Is it on your channel? Let me know where to access that, and I will check that out for you. I love your channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Jay Collins says the theater was in stunned silence during the T-Rex breakout scene when this film first came out. Yeah, and that's because the freaking T-Rex legitimately just like walks right out of the freaking precinct. Like, I mean, it like just fucking comes stepping into now non-safe territory, and like I don't even know how I would freaking react if I ever saw something like that. Like, I mean, if it's like behind a cage, I'd be like, dang, freaking human beings, like we're smart, we just brought back dinosaurs. Like, but I mean, like the whole thing of like them opening the park, I genuinely do think that this is what it would be like if scientists tried to do this. They would try to make a profit off of it. And that's the exact conversation I was talking about when they were having their conversation over lunch. Like Ian Malcolm or Dr. Malcolm was saying, can you hear my dogs?
A little bit, but it's not that bad.
Okay, cool. I was about to freaking march down there and be like, hey, they always just shut up when I scream at the bottom of the stairs. I never hit my dogs though, so they're too cute.
Usually I'll use my man voice to my cats too. Same thing, just
yeah. They're like,
stop.
Okay.
Or if I call them by their name, like Thorn, and look at them, he's like,
yeah. It's like, all right, I got it. Thanks. No, but it's the scene with Dr. Malcolm, and he's sitting there and he's talking about the dangers of what he's doing, and he's saying that he doesn't know what to do with what he's just done besides open a park and showcase it to the world, when that's the single most dangerous thing that you can fucking do. Is like these scientists, like, sure, they're breeding them and they're researching them, but they don't fucking know how they're going to act with human interaction. Because, like, I mean, even Dr. Grant, when he ends up pitching in, like, and that's what I love about Dr. Grant. It's like, he's just so smart with the topic that even though he loves, like, dinosaurs and he's done research on this stuff forever and he's very familiar with everything, he sits down and he is able to put all of his love for it aside and say, I have to be honest, like, these are creatures that existed 65 million years ago that are now, they've just been thrown in the pot with, human life. And it's just, they don't know how to, do that because they weren't around when humans were around. So
exactly. You may have this idea, but that doesn't mean it's like 100% going to stick to what you think is going to happen. Like you said, like, it's not, these are unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
These are fucking dinosaurs. We've never seen real dinosaurs like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they were right.
Yeah.
Because even if it didn't play out the way it did, it would have still happened.
Mm-hmm.
If fucking, what's his name? If Dennis wasn't there, something like this still would have happened no matter what. Especially when you start throwing money into this, people are going to be shady. People are definitely going to be shady.
I mean, that lawyer was shady. That lawyer, all he talked about was the money. All he said.
Is he the one in the? I think it's in the Jeep, and it like gets close to him. He's like, he's like something about like this is gonna make so much money or something like that.
He said we're gonna make a fortune.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, and he was literally just the one moments before saying that he was talking about the precautions and saying this isn't a weekend excursion, like, this is serious, like, my investors Like, if they're not happy in 48 hours, then I'm not happy. And then he sees the dinosaur. That's moments before they see the dinosaur. He sees it and says, this is going to make a fortune. And not only that, he fucking at the lunch, he starts talking about how, oh, like we can charge $2,000 like for a single day ticket. And he's like, we can charge $10,000 for whatever. And then Hammond steps in and he goes, no, this isn't like just for rich people. And then he goes, well, we could have coupon days and discount days, and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, a coupon for what, $1,500? Like,
Yeah,
like,
already treating the poor people like shit. You
yeah,
have money, sorry, you can't see the dinosaurs.
exactly.
Asshole.
Like, exactly. So, it's like, whoa, like that's insane. And then that's when the other researchers, the actual researchers, start pitching in and start talking about the dangers of what this pretty much fucking entails. And um and then Hammond even goes like, I can't believe this. Like, like 3 researchers that are here that's supposed to have my back, and the only one that's even remotely on my side is this lawyer, and like, and I mean, Hammond fucking learns, like, he learns throughout the movie, because even by the end of the film, like, he has that big character development to where he sees what's going on, he sees the dangers as to what this has caused, and he decides that he isn't like, when Grant is running out at the end, it's like, it's in like the most tense situation. Like, the fucking T-Rex has just come in and fucking scooped up the Velociraptor right in front of him, and they're running out the front door, and he's coming down the stairs, and he goes, Mr. Hammond, after all this consideration, I've decided to not endorse
Yeah,
you. And it just like pans over to him, and he goes, neither have I.
yeah,
So like, he's
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
he's smart with it. So sorry, you were gonna say something. I,
Me?
yeah, I think so.
No. Oh, I just said like good. Like, yeah, I'm glad he, realized like, hey, even though this is like really cool, it's not worth it in the end. Especially because his grandkids, they could have died. Like, that at least right there should be enough. Be like, oh fuck, no, never mind. Because
Hmm.
this shit never goes the way you want it to. Hello, Jaws 3, a fucking theme park. Guess what? No, not gonna happen. Too dangerous. This shit's too dangerous. Even though I would love to go to a place like Jaws 3. I think that's fucking crazy. I know it's basically SeaWorld. I don't want to go to SeaWorld. I want to go to this park in Jaws 3. But you can't do shit like that. Like, even fucking SeaWorld, even zoos, like, this is not how they're supposed to be kept. First of all, dinosaurs, they don't need to be around anymore. They had their chance. We're probably next in line. We are going to be the next dinosaurs.
Yeah, and I
That's
mean,
fine.
yeah, like what you just said is literally what Dr. Malcolm was saying at that lunch. He was saying that dinosaurs were given a chance, and nature chose extinction for them. They had their time on this earth, and it's just like nature is going to take its course, and now it's like us humans are trying to bring them back. And I mean, it's just like, the funny thing is, like, you watch this movie now, you watch it, and you're just like, there are greedy sons of bitches out here that would literally just profit off of this without even thinking about any sort of safety protocols. And they're talking about safety protocols, and even Hammond was saying that. He was like, that's why we're taking the utmost safety protocols or whatever. Like, he's trying to be positive about it. I'm like, but there are no safety protocols with this.
No.
These are the most dangerous creatures to ever walk the earth. And I mean, and that's a fucking fact. Like,
You know what this reminds me of?
hmm.
Fucking like Elon Musk and like Jeff Bezos trying to fucking go to Mars or whatever. It's like, you really think this is a good idea, huh? But of course, they're gonna do what they want. And it's pretty similar to this. Like, if that shit didn't happen, if they didn't break out in that moment, they would have opened up, and I'm sure a lot more people would have died.
Hmm.
But like you said, people are greedy.
Yeah,
People are very greedy.
yeah, honestly, that's that I'm very curious to see like what your thoughts are going to be on like some of the future movies, like like when you get to Jurassic World. I'm really excited to hear what your thoughts, because I've got a whole lot of stuff to say about Jurassic World also. But I mean, yeah, like, just I mean, Jurassic Park, I mean, this movie, it's a fucking classic. I mean, there's just so much to like about it. Destiny, what was your favorite dinosaur, or your favorite dinosaur in this movie?
My favorite ones, um, I forgot what they're called, but the really tall plant eater ones. I like them. I thought they were cute
The what
because
one?
I am the tall one. It's like the that iconic shot of them sitting in the tree looking out, and he like lifts up his head.
Oh
Or
yeah,
she.
the vegetarian, the veggie one.
But then, yeah, because
When Tim has to tell Lex that he was like, it's a veggiesaurus, like yeah, the brachiosaurus, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, my favorite.
exactly.
Yeah, my favorites are always gonna fucking be the Velociraptors. I mean, I just had a fucking love for them, and I just think that the Velociraptors, they're fucking smart. They're smart.
I have a question.
Yeah,
So I have seen some of Jurassic World. I don't remember most of it though. Is the Velociraptors is like are those the ones that are like it's like Chris Pratt? He's like looking all crazy, and there's like a little dinosaur in front of him. Is that a Velociraptor?
yeah. If it's like if
Yeah.
he's like there and he's like trying
Yeah,
to,
and it's
yeah,
like yeah, he's like
yeah,
trying to like move and just standing there. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I really like what, and I'll talk about that like when we get there. But I mean, like, I really like what they did with like, because like he's like training like the Raptors and stuff like that. It's like,
Yes, I
yeah,
remember seeing some of that.
yeah, I really like that idea and like what they did with it. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, the Raptors in this movie, like that, especially that scene at the end, like the finale of this movie is just so tense. Like, you think everything's all good. You think everything is like, okay, they're back, they're like safe, they're eating. First of all, that fucking every time I see that layout of sweets that they have, it just makes me like want to go crazy on like cake or
So
something.
much food.
Yeah, it's
So
like,
much food. And
yeah,
I love that shot of, they're eating, they're smiling, they're laughing, having a great time. And then she just, and it's that moment where you're like, fuck, I know it's behind me. And I love it because they have the dinosaur painted on the wall for like decoration. And then you see the shadow of the other one just fucking coming up. You're just like, damn. Or even whenever, what's her name? Ellie, right? Yeah. Whenever Ellie is like going to do the power and stuff, and it's or where is she at? All of a sudden it comes through. I think it is right when she gets like the power turned on, and she's like happy, and then boom, fucking dinosaur right there.
yeah,
And then whenever isn't it Samuel L. Jackson's character? It's like the arm, and she's like, "Oh, there you are," and then she just his arm. That's all it is. That was a great scene too. I like that one a lot. That
yeah,
was pretty fun.
yep. Like, and she just fucking grabs it and she goes like, ah!
And
I
she
mean,
has a great scream. She has a pretty good scream.
you're all about the scream factors, and
I
yeah,
am. I really judge that.
and this movie does have, I'd say it has a couple good ones. Like, I mean, I'd say for a scream factor, Ellie definitely has a good one. Lex and
The
Timmy
little
definitely.
girl,
Yeah, I
hmm
mean, especially when she sees like the T-Rex and Grant
and
has
he
to,
has to.
yeah,
Yep.
yep. So there's the good. So I mean, I'd say like, you probably, what would you like rate the screams in this movie from like a horror perspective?
I would say they're all pretty good, like really good. I feel
Yep.
like obviously Ellie, or not Ellie, Lex, because she's a young girl, her scream is much like higher pitch, but it's so like loud, and she's not scared to like scream, like to make like a screaming face. Because I say this all the time. I feel like girls still try to look really pretty while they're screaming. That's not always realistic.
Hmm.
And then Ellie, she has a great scream. There's a scene I can't remember exactly what's happening, but she's in the Jeep, like in the back of the Jeep, and it's just like full on scream. It's like guttural. It's not high pitch. You can tell it's like from like below. And I
It's
was like,
when the T-Rex is chasing after him.
yes,
That scene, like when Dr. Malcolm is just chilling in the back of the Jeep and he's just like sitting there. He feels it. He just feels like, and then it pans down and you just see the footprint and you see you see
water.
water shaking, and oh my god, and like just I love like just also the genuine fear of like, I mean, this is just Jeff Goldblum being fucking Jeff Goldblum because he's fucking amazing. But I love Jeff Goldblum. But
No, okay. Really quick, sidetrack. My friend Mia, who I've been doing the streams with, she met Jeff Goldblum, and he was not very nice. And it's not even that he was rude to her. It was, this is him. She said he didn't even look up at anyone. He didn't say a word. He signed them, moved them down. Signed them, moved them down.
I mean, not everyone's gonna be like, super,
No,
I don't know.
no, I don't care. Look, this is what I think. If you're at a convention and you're meeting people, we all have bad days. I get it, but you're still there to do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I can't go to work, and just because I'm having a bad day, I can't be rude to every fucking customer. Even if I want to, can't do that. You're still there to do a job. These people are still paying to see you. You don't have to fucking have a sit-down conversation with them, but at least acknowledge them.
Yeah, like thanks.
I'd rather you fucking be rude to me, to my face, than not acknowledge me, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like tainted a lot of stuff, and I think that's another reason I kept pushing off Jurassic Park, because I heard that story and I was like, damn, because he's hot. He is so fine in this movie. Oh my god. All the memes I've seen about it, I was like, it lives up to it. But I was like, I know you can be rude. I know you're mean sometimes. So
yeah, but anyways, I mean, either way, like,
I think he's a great actor though.
Yeah, I mean he is, and I mean that's like why, like, but when he's like laying like in the jeep and he's like, come on, right now, we got to go right now, like, and they come running out.
You know what that reminded me so much of, which is probably inspired by it. Jeepers Creepers 2. You know, when they're in the truck and the guy's in the back of the truck and the creeper's like flying and he's like the closest one to him because he's in the back of the truck. As I was watching, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is, inspired by the scene in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can definitely take some of the cinematography stuff from this and like incorporate it in other projects and like, definitely assume that Jurassic Park was an inspiration on it. But it's just, I feel like every shot in this movie is just very well crafted, like, just from like a standpoint, because like the dinosaurs, every single shot in this movie make it feel like these things are just gigantic compared to, human creatures, just humans, human creatures. But like, I just feel like that, like, I mean, they do a really good job at really implementing it. Like, these creatures they're huge. I mean, like, even like, the raptors at the end, like when they're like, and that whole thing is just so scary. Like, in my opinion, it's just like, I feel like your palms just sweat, because even though like I've seen it numerous times, like what happens, that the kids are okay, but it's like when you watch it for the first time and you just get that close up of what this is. Again, it was a perfect representation of what Dr. Grant was talking about in the very beginning during his introduction to that fucking little petty ass kid that was like saying that doesn't look so scary. And, he goes into that whole explanation of a raptor, like tapping, like, and then like when it's almost like it's thinking, like, it's like when like you get the tracking shot of like the claw and it's just sitting there and it starts tapping like on the ground. And I'm just like, oh my God, that tap is just like, it's like, I know someone's fucking in here. Like, but yeah, come in. Yeah, go ahead. Sister, sorry everybody.
What'd you give her that look?
Huh?
You said
freaking... No, she just grabbed one of the books or whatever that's in my room. So but yeah, that whole sequence of the Velociraptor being in like the kitchen is honestly terrifying. And then like when Lex is like trying to get the thing shut, and oh my God, I'm just like, holy shit. But it's just a reflection. It's just the reflection, and he runs into the Raptors are always just, honestly, they're kind of clumsy too, which is kind of, funny about them. Like they're all the dinosaurs in this movie are obviously characters in and of itself. So yeah, but I just the Raptors have always been my absolute favorite, and it always makes me wonder too if Raptors actually sounded like this, because the sound design in this movie, that's one thing that critics actually praise very much about this movie is just the sound design of the dinosaurs and the mix of the sounds and everything that you get. I mean, it makes me wonder if they actually sounded like this, or if the T-Rexes had like little just like squeaks or something like that they sounded. Yeah. So I don't know, but I mean, it's just, and I have a bin of dinosaurs. I have a whole bin of them with every single dinosaur from Jurassic Park, and I just I think in like my old set at my house, like when I had my first ever YouTube set. That was fucking epic. Like, it was so cool. Like, I think I actually had a few dinosaurs like sitting on like my shelf behind me. But yeah, like I know I had the T-Rex out or something like that because the T-Rex has always like been my favorite. But
T-Rex.
Huh?
It's a T-Rex. You gotta.
Yeah, you like. I mean, I feel like it was like. I feel like, well, the Raptors have been my favorite, and then the T-Rex has just kind of like been like one in like my top favorites. But it's like even like when Dr. Grant, like when he hears John Hammond say that they have a T-Rex, he goes, "Say it again." He goes, "We have a T-Rex," and he goes, "Oh," like he's like trying to he's trying to like catch his stance because he's like he can't believe that they have a fucking Tyrannosaurus in existence in this park. Like, I mean, that alone is just dangerous as shit. Like, I mean, I don't know, but I fucking love this movie. I can go on and on about it for fucking hours and just talk about the nitty gritty of really everything, like from the direction to, I mean, again, I'm glad I brought up the music earlier because I would have hated just to bring it up at the like almost end of the episode, like where it's like, it deserves more than that. It deserves like, and I really do want to go see a John Williams concert because I would fucking love to hear all of these. Like, I didn't even know up until like a year ago that they fucking do concerts like that. Like, I would love to go see John Williams I think it was when I was talking to the composer of the Haddonfield Nightmare. He was like, "Yeah, I'd like to go see like a concert, or a John Williams concert." I was like, I was like, "Is it like a cover band?" And he goes, "No, like it's like an actual John Williams, like he performs." Like, I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, "Yeah, me too." Like,
Yeah, that would be really cool. And I would love to see Suspiria while like Goblin is playing because they'll do that. Like they'll play the music as you're watching the movie. I think that would be really cool. Anyone that I've heard like that has done that, they've loved it.
yeah, like I mean, there's just like a lot of different shows that I'd love to go see. Like, and I don't know, like just seeing that and seeing like this. I mean, I also have seen a few videos like where some brides and grooms like surprised like their significant other like at their wedding, and like they had the Jurassic Park theme like playing like as they like walk down the aisle. I'm like, honestly, it sounds really fucking good. Like at a wedding. At a wedding, like the pianist is fucking, or the pianist. I don't know. I always fucking think of the New Girl scene, like when I say something like that, because Nick is trying to get, yeah, Nick is trying to get he's like, "You can't even say the word penis," and she goes, "I could say the word," and she pauses. She goes, "Pianist."
The whole time. She just loves it.
He was like, "You're saying pianist." Like, oh my
God, New Girl.
I got Abby into that too. So, she's been watching some episodes of that. You know what we actually just started? This is actually are you into baking and cooking? Yeah.
Yeah.
We just started on Netflix. It's actually really good. It's called Is It Cake? And it's yeah, it's a show like where they have it's like a baking competition and they have to make like real life items. Like it can be a book and like you can decide, like you have to decide from a distance. It's like a pretty good distance. It's like maybe like 25 feet. You have to look at it and you have to decide is it real or is it cake? And it's just some of the designs. I'm just like, holy fuck, like this is really good. Like,
Yeah, today I was listening to the Talk Scary to Me podcast with Scout Taylor Compton and Daniel Harris, and they actually brought that up, that show, because they both had been watching it because they said it's just like a fun show to watch.
it is.
I might have
It's
to
very,
check it out.
yeah. No, you definitely should. Like, I think the first episode, I don't like each episode's like a different topic, but I know like that like the third one that we just watched is like it's like a grocery market one, and like somebody actually fucking made a cake out of like a steak wrapped in like what you would buy it in. And just the way that they like made the wrap, like the edible wrap and everything, I'm just like, this is fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like that like that's talent. Like, I mean, like that's fucking like oh my god, that's awesome. So I'm like, I gotta hire one of these guys to like make a cake or something like that for one of my events, but it probably costs like $5,000. Like,
Probably a shit
probably
ton.
more now that they've been on the show.
Oh yeah, but I like baking shows. I like cooking shows like Chopped. I was like watching Chopped,
Hmm.
or what was that cupcake one? Do you know what I'm talking about? What was it called?
On Food
I don't
Network.
know. Yeah, it's like when they would make the cupcakes. Cupcake Wars, duh.
Yeah.
Cupcake Wars. Did you ever watch Halloween Wars?
Mm.
I got Brett to watch it. I think I can't remember where it was streaming on, but it was like they would make like Halloween like little set things out of like cake and like Rice Krispie treats, like baking like shit. And they always had like horror, or usually had like horror guest stars. Like Daniel Harris was on an episode, maybe Tony Todd. Like they've had like a few like horror celebrities come on the show, so that's a pretty fun show. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a watch. I do like watching like, baking shows and stuff.
Hmm.
I'm honestly getting better at cooking now that I've been watching some of these things. So, like I was
Yeah.
just used to like make like the same thing on repeat each week. It would be like, spaghetti, chicken, and then like yeah, and then it'd be like Caesar salad or something like that. Like I would just go through that like in this cycle. But now I'm actually trying to branch off and cook more stuff. So, you
I
know.
like it. Oh, the other night I made a really good pasta.
Ooh,
It was really good. It
good.
had squash and bell pepper, and it was like a red sauce pasta. It was really freaking good.
Dang, that sounds really good.
I
That's
know.
so good.
I'm
I'm
getting
getting
hungry again
I know
now.
I'm getting so hungry. I gotta go eat something. And tonight, in like 2.5 hours, my sister and I are going to see the Fantastic Beasts. We're going to see that. So pretty excited. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, even though I was let down with the last one. Have you ever seen? I feel like you would like Harry Potter if you've never seen it.
I've seen the first movie. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like that you would like it as it went on because there's like again, kind of like Jurassic Park. I mean, um, there's not like a huge body count in it. I mean, there's some deaths and everything, but I mean, like it's like witchcraft and monsters and fucking the Chamber of Secrets has the enchanted forest with the fucking spiders and it fucking terrifies me. Like Aragog is like this giant fucking spider and he's just so scary. I was always so like there's actually it's like Ron has like the perfect reaction to what I would do. And he's like talking to Harry. Harry's talking to this fucking giant ass spider. And then Ron goes, Harry. He goes, what? And then he like looks up and it's just a whole lot of spiders are coming down at them. Like it's so scary. I'm like, yep, that would be my exact reaction. And there's like some epic chase sequence like through the forest, like with a car, and the spiders are all chasing them. Like I'm just like, ooh, yeah, yeah.
Well,
But what do we got? Fauci, what's going on, buddy? Look at this sexy beast. And oh hey, Destiny.
whatever.
Oh man.
Haters.
Huh?
Haters, man.
Well,
Fuck my
I mean,
haters.
I wouldn't say I'm not that sexy now without my beard. Like, I'd say like my level of sexiness goes down without. I love how I'm talking about myself like that. I'm just like looking at like, yeah, it's like,
Classic.
See, like I can't bite my lip. Like if I bite my lip, I automatically look like a fucking creep.
Really? Yeah, don't ever do that to me. Actually, never again. I don't love that.
You're like, don't do that with my presence again. Just
Yeah. What was your goal there? Like,
I mean, I don't know. Like I was like, yeah, like I mean,
yeah. What the hell? It looks like
I
you're
can't
tweaking.
I can't do it. Like I mean, like when I do have like my long beard, I can give like, that look like I can be like
Like like
and
a
I can like
Smolder.
yeah, I can like look like really just like intimidating and maybe a little sexy, but like not now. Not like right now. I hate that I did this. I don't know what I was thinking when I
Yeah, I
did.
don't. Yeah,
So
not gonna lie, I don't know why either.
okay, well thanks. You're making me feel
I'm
even
telling
more
you, you look
self-conscious.
like a child. That you don't need to be self-conscious. It's hair. It grows back.
I know, look, I
Like,
mean, fuck. I mean, what? I did this like 2 days ago, and the fucking whole
I'll
shit.
say, yeah, give it like a couple more days, and you'll forget it even happened.
Yeah, like tomorrow night we're going out. Abby and I are going out to dinner, like with my family, and we're going to like this casino, like restaurant or whatever. It's like a nice restaurant at a casino, and like I told my mom, I'm like, if this is not like if this isn't completely grown back, you are to not post pictures of me on social media. Okay. I've been doing really good right now with not posting pictures on Facebook this week, so
You know
just
what? I have a simple fix for you. Do what I do with my eyebrows. Fill it in.
just fill it in.
Get some eyeshadow. Darken it up a little bit. You're good.
I can just CGI the beard. I can just like, use Photoshop and like put in a beard on my face.
There you go. Simple problem fixed.
Yeah, like I'll just
Boom.
be like, oh, hold on, mom, you gotta send that to me. Send it. I'll color it and I'll edit it. So
Go get some just for men. You'll be fine.
yeah, boom, look at that. Simple fix. Like we're not gonna take the natural course. We're gonna fill some shit in, like
That's what I do. I
we're
fill shit in.
eh, it is gonna be back by next week. So I mean look,
So am
like,
I.
I mean like yeah, your beard,
Yeah.
your super long beard. So by next episode, guys, you guys should see Destiny's long beard. So
Super luscious.
yep, just so luscious. What do you do? What do
Okay.
you do to take care of it?
Vitamin E oil.
What?
Vitamin E oil.
Vitamin E oil?
That's the first thing that popped in my head. I used to use it on my skin. It makes your skin really soft.
Mm, interesting. I've never used it before. So
There you go. Gotta pick some up.
yeah, I've been conditioning my beard just a little bit. Just a little bit, like I like, like slap some on in the shower. I'm just like, yeah.
There's an episode of Bob's Burgers because Bob has a mustache. And so Teddy grows a mustache and he's like super into the mustache. And he's like, he has this whole like kit that he paid like $80 for. And he's like, Bob, what do you use? And Bob's like, nothing. Didn't know I'm supposed to. He's just like, I don't know. And Teddy's trying so hard. All he wants to talk about is freaking mustache. Bob's
Yeah.
Burgers, you gotta watch it.
I mean, I do get asked that a lot. Like they're like, Braden, what do you do to take care of your beard? I'm like, well, if I'm being honest, I shower. Then
Yep.
that's and I condition it from time to time. I don't they're like, oh, do you use like a special kind of like, you know, product? And I'm just like, no. No, I don't.
No.
I use the most basic thing and it's just Suave. I use Suave for men. And
Wow.
I got that double pack, so
No.
it's like shampoo and conditioner in one. So
You're one of those. Can't
yeah.
even buy separates?
Huh?
Can't even do separates?
It's a 2-in-1 and it's fucking $3 at Walmart. Like I mean
Yeah. That's the problem.
I mean
You gotta
like
at least have separates.
I mean, like I'll tell you what I'll tell you I use the Polo I use the spray and everything. So I use
Like
I
the Ralph Lauren spray?
yeah. So and then I use Old Spice. I use Old Spice deodorant and everything. So
Classic.
yeah, like I mean
My
it's
boyfriend uses Old
yeah,
Spice.
we're all good and it smells amazing. So I
You
mean,
know,
and I actually did buy Old Spice body wash too. So there's that, you know.
we're using the 2-for-1 also as a body wash.
No, I use the 2-for-1
Okay.
mostly as my shampoo and stuff from.
Okay.
I use the Old Spice on my body.
You're putting the 2-for-1 on your face?
It's conditioner.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's two. It's not 2-for-1. It's 2-in-1.
2-in-1, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But it is 2-for-1 also, if you think about it.
yeah. Technically, because it's $3.
Two
So
for the price of one.
yeah, exactly. Oh my god,
Oh God.
oh my god. How long did it take you to think of that joke?
About 2 seconds when I said it.
Yeah, well, at least you're quick there. So
That's why it was so funny, because I didn't get to process what I was saying.
you're like, you're like, oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh
You're freaking awkward. You're awkward face. You're like, yeah.
my
I don't know what to do now.
God.
Oh yeah, you got. That's what my freaking sister does. She does that.
There's a girl, I think I already told you, a girl at work, she always does it too. I'm just like,
Yeah, or freaking like what Maggie used to do, or my other sister. She used to do like she used to.
yes, when you stand there.
Yeah.
I know. I did that, like, I think I did that today at work, and I was like, put your hands down. I was doing it too. I was like, you
Yeah.
gotta ask something? Nervous.
I'm just gonna do it the next time I have a customer come in. I'm just like, they're gonna ask me something. They're gonna be like,
Don't tell
I'm just gonna
you.
go ask over here. I'm like, okay, yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna be like, whatever
I'm
you think
gonna
is
go.
best. Like,
I got Starbucks today. It was pretty good. You wanna know what I got?
yeah, I do want to know what you got. What'd you get?
I don't know. I got some shots of espresso. I got 3 of them. And then the dark caramel sauce, which I've never had before until today, which is pretty freaking good.
That is
Some white chocolate mocha, and I did some hazelnut, and then some uh not almond milk. What's the oat milk? I did oat milk. It was really good. And then I just filled the rest up with water, and it was really freaking good.
with water.
Yeah, because there was like this much left. Like it wasn't completely full. If this was my water bottle, it was like this much full. And I was like, well, I'm gonna put water in it to fill it up, and it tasted just the same. So
Okay, that's a little odd. So then what? So the syrups you got? Run me through that again. Was this just like a regular coffee, or was it like a frappuccino, or
it was just like a regular coffee.
okay?
It was just like the espresso, oat milk, the dark caramel, the white chocolate mocha, some hazelnut. Boom.
Dang, so why those three flavors all together? What does it taste like?
I don't know. It tastes really fucking good.
So you don't know why you just like pick those three? Is this
Okay,
like are you
well, I
taking like
like
random
hazelnut.
Starbucks tests and you're just like, yeah, I'll do the hazelnut, the white mocha, and the dark caramel, all those together in a drink.
Well, so my boss, she gets basically what I just said, minus the hazelnut. She said she gets. I like the white chocolate mocha because I just tried it recently in a different, just like an iced coffee. So I really like that. And she said that the dark caramel wasn't as sweet as the regular caramel, which I was like, cool, because I don't like my coffee to be too sweet. So I got that, and I just like hazelnut. So I
Hmm,
got that.
interesting.
And when you work, you should try it because it was really freaking good.
Yeah, I will. I will definitely try that. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. And I got the Impossible sausage breakfast sandwich.
Oh yeah, do you like that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I like plant-based sausage. I wish like the patty was like I like mine to be like well done. Like I like the edges to be like crispy so I can for sure know it's like cooked all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, it looks like they probably put it in a microwave because I get breakfast sandwiches like that at like Walmart that you just put in the microwave and it has everything together. So that's kind of like what it feels like, but it's still really good. I just wish the meat was like burnt. The meat was burnt.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do know that we just fucking unwrap those and just throw them in a high tech oven, right?
Like I just said, yeah,
Yeah. Like, I
I
mean,
could tell.
like I had someone freaking come through the drive-through the other day, and like they must have thought that they were at some sort of like fucking gourmet restaurant. Like literally, they were like, "Oh, can you like cook the meat?" I was just like, No, no, I can't. We fucking like so anybody that doesn't know this, when you go to Starbucks and order a fucking breakfast sandwich, you guys don't get a fucking a 5-star meal. You guys get we unpackage it, freaking take our uh fucking tong, fucking put it in the oven and cook it. That's how it
Yep.
works. Like, I
And
mean,
you could just tell, like when I tried it earlier this week, but I was sick that day, so I literally ate it, then threw it right up. So I didn't even get to like enjoy my sandwich really. But I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely just boop, because I make those at home and it tastes just like it. But it was still good, which it
yeah,
makes me like I always take off the egg with mine that I get from home. But that egg wasn't that bad. I was like, I might as well just try to eat the egg too. Like the egg doesn't taste that good, and that's how you know. Really, you can always tell the whatever egg you're getting. You can always tell, like, yeah, that's obviously just fucking heated up egg.
yeah.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I would definitely eat it again.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's good. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we do have some pretty good sandwiches. Like, I mean, like the bacon or the double smoked bacon's pretty good. Uh, for fun fact, if you ever actually wanted to modify anything, you could ask for it like without like meat or anything like that. If you wanted to modify anything, like if you want like a bacon gouda, and I know you like eggs a lot. If like you want a bacon gouda, like it's got like the soft egg in it, which is actually pretty like it's pretty good. You can actually get that without bacon. We'll just take that off and just cook it without the bacon. So, fun fact, I didn't know you do that.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
I'm getting the grilled cheese next time. I'm gonna try that grilled cheese.
that grilled cheese. I Destiny, don't do it. You're gonna get one every day. I promise. It's so good. Don't.
Anytime someone goes to Starbucks, I'm like, and I need a grilled cheese. I don't care what time it is. I
Yeah.
want a grilled cheese.
I'm not gonna lie. I did that in a morning one time. I was like, I'm not really sure. I'm not in the mood. Like, this was a very rare occasion if I'm not in the mood for breakfast. But I mean, like, literally, I just bought a grilled cheese and I ate it with my latte in the morning. Like,
There's been many mornings at work where I'll eat a fucking grilled cheese for breakfast. I
yeah,
don't care.
yeah.
I
Like,
don't care. I'll fucking eat that grilled cheese.
I promise you, it's so good. And it's like, I mean, like, there was like one point like where I was eating so many of them. Like every time Abby would FaceTime me, she'd be like, "What are you eating?" I'd be like, I'd have like a mouthful. I'd be like, "Starbucks grilled cheese." Like she goes, "Again?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, they're so good." So
I know today at work, I told my boss, I was like, have you ever had the grilled cheese with Starbucks? And she's like, no, I didn't even know they had them. I was like, well, my friend works at Starbucks and he said they're fucking great. So we have to try one next time.
yep, try
So
it. I promise you.
I'm going to.
Send me your full on review
I'll
when
send a picture of me like biting into it,
yep,
like a video.
yep.
Taste test.
Yep, and that's gonna be the opening video of one of our Fear Freaks episodes. I'm just gonna save it, and I'm just
I'm
gonna
like at work.
that's gonna play before our opening. Our opening. It's just gonna be you, just like.
I will. I'll do that.
No, you think I'm joking? It will be
No,
our opening freak.
I
So
believe you.
yeah, I know you do. So
I hope someone goes tomorrow at work. Because usually I always get Starbucks because a lot of girls will go during like work. And like, oh, you want anything? Yes, I do. Thank you.
yeah,
So hopefully someone goes tomorrow. And if they do, I'm getting it.
yeah, you gotta try it and let me know. But there we go. There we pulled our typical, we were good, middle of the episode spiders, good, end of the episode all random shit.
Yeah, we could have been done 25 minutes ago,
Probably,
except for we went on a tangent.
probably. But you know what? Look, I mean, we still have 5 people in here. These 5 people obviously know what the fuck's up. They're
We
here
care
for
enough
the long
about
haul.
it.
Like, some of these people that are probably coming in late, they're like, "Where is Jurassic Park being mentioned?" And
Oh, I guess I missed it.
yeah, I mean, you did. That review ended about 25 minutes ago, so
Yeah.
No, you can go back and listen to that, and then you can just listen to us go on about some shit. They know what to expect. I mean, like,
that does not matter.
I feel like
that doesn't-
I honestly feel I'm gonna make that a disclaimer in the beginning of every episode from here on out, just so in case we ever get like new viewers. I'm sure we do from time to time, so I'm just gonna like mention that in the beginning. I'm gonna be like, just so you guys know, we are known to sidetrack on random stories in the middle and at the end of episodes, so stand by.
I feel like a lot of times the sidetracks whenever I listen to stuff is better than whatever is being covered, I listen to a lot of podcasts and sometimes they'll just trail off and talk about random stuff and I'm like, this is what I like because I feel like that's when you get to know the person.
Yeah.
That's when you get to actually know them, not just when they're talking about a movie.
Right, exactly. Like, I mean, some people just learned today. I know I've mentioned in past episodes, but some people learned today I'm terrified of spiders. So, like, I just won't do it. Won't do them. Won't do them. So, but yeah, Destiny, what do you got coming up here in the next week or so in between our next episode?
So next Tuesday on the 19th, I'll be on Goodwill Hunting's channel to do our Scooby-Doo 2 watch along because I wasn't able to Tuesday because I was sick. So we plan on doing that. Wednesday, I plan on being on Chase Moser's YouTube channel. I think it's Moser Movies, I believe, because he just changed his name not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be on his channel because I haven't done a live stream with Chase in a long time, so I'm excited for that. I don't know if we picked out what we're discussing, but I will be on his channel. And then Fear Freaks next Thursday. At some point for like the final goals, like we're trying to do something. It's just I accidentally booked myself for like too many streams, I guess, this week, and I feel like I did the exact same thing next week. But at some point we'll be back together when there is time.
Who?
Me, Mia, Victoria, Winter.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the final ghouls. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, I dozed off there for a second. I heard everything else, and I just must have missed that.
Whatever. I see where I stand.
You stand.
I know where my bread is buttered.
You stand importantly. You're up there in important.
5'1".
You're up there in important people. You're in like the top 50. So like. I'm totally kidding.
50 people?
No.
I'm kidding. You definitely know 50 people.
I mean, I know 50 people, but like, I mean, if I had to like rank them, I mean, I'd say you're in like the top 6. Like,
Aww.
Yeah, that's good, right? Like, you're someone that's become important within my life for talking about horror movies and like, and other reasons, but like, hey.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I know. So I tried to be sincere, guys. You just all saw that. All 5 of you just saw. I tried to be sincere to her, and she just was like, whatever. Yeah, whatever. See, like, I mean, when she does shit like that, she fucking goes down to like the negatives, like -1. Not even on my list anymore. Like, I'm totally.
Give me wrinkles.
Huh?
You're gonna give me wrinkles.
Hey, you know what? That's good. I'm able to get under your skin. I know how to do that. That's for sure. So I definitely know how to do that. Yep.
Whatever.
There the wrinkles are. There they are. They're coming. There they are. Yep. Right there.
Yeah, you see that?
Yep. We see them.
Yeah, they're there.
Okay. When we're both 70 and like you have all these wrinkles, I'm going to be like, I gave those to you.
Sorry. You'll be 70. I'll be like, how old are you? 27.
26. How dare you? You're 23.
You'll be 70 and I'll be 67.
You're still going to be vibing at the freaking bars, and I'm just going to be like in a walker. I'm going to be like,
First of all, me at a bar, that's when you know I'm going crazy.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. But all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out. I'm freaking hungry. I need to go eat something.
I know, I'm hungry too.
So I mean, we started talking about those baking shows, and it just started to hit. Like I was like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. But yeah, guys, be on the lookout for next week's Fear Freaks episode. We're talking snakes on a plane next week.
See,
Destiny.
Snakes on a Plane it is to me what Jurassic Park is to you.
Okay, so the next week is Destiny's big topic. So snakes
Yeah.
on a plane next week. We're going to be talking about these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Is what we're going to be talking. So look how giddy she's getting. Like she's getting so excited right now
I'm
to
excited. I'm
uh,
so excited.
to talk snakes on a plane. So maybe we can add that later on this year as just like a bonus fun episode. We can just do a watch party for it. Like, you know.
I would love to.
So yeah, maybe we can do that later on this year.
And get drunk.
Huh?
And get drunk.
And we can get drunk too. That
You
sounds fun.
can't do every death though. I don't want to go to the hospital. There's so many people die on that damn plane.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, that would be a bad one to do, huh? Like, I mean, like
Yeah.
we can like do like because like we're scheduling our Scream one. I mean, we can do like we could like drink like while we watch Scream. But like I even think like even if we did like what were we saying, like we're gonna do the deaths because there's really not that big of a body count.
Yeah, there's like 7.
Yeah, like 7. So that's what 7 sips basically, and then like what we also said that we were gonna do it for what, like every time a
Horror movie references.
horror movie reference. Now that's where it can be dangerous because there's a lot of them. That's where it's really gonna kill us. It's not gonna be like Halloween Kills with the kills. It's gonna be like fucking. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So that'll be fun. I'm down. So yeah, guys, we got a few additional episodes coming up alongside Fear Freak. So we're scheduling our Scream watch party where we're gonna watch the new Scream and get drunk to it, and then we're later on this year going to be, I guess, doing Snakes on a Plane, and then we're going to be also continuing our Jurassic Park countdown to Jurassic World Dominion. So lots of stuff coming up for Fear Freaks. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, look forward to more videos very soon. And as always, if you guys like this, don't forget to join us on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. And we will see you guys next week on Fear Freaks. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
Goodbye.